Hi guys, so how's it been? Hasn't it been an interesting week? So much going on at the minute. Are we allowed to, draw breath? Bit of a pause this week? Let's find out, shall we? So we're 19th of May today, so we're nearing the end of May. In the UK we have another bank holiday weekend, but that's next weekend. So we shall see what the week leading up to the May bank holiday has in store for us. Switch cards this week. I've gone to the Earth Magic Oracle deck. Same author, still Stephen D. Farmer. We shall see what we are being told this week. You are desperate to come out, aren't you? Which one? You. There we go. Okay. So for this week we have Rainbow Blessings. So if we're being allowed a little time this week, a little bit less energetic, a little bit less of us being pulled left, right and centre, perhaps it's time to take stock of the blessings. I mean, when was the last time you actually looked at what you had? Do you have a phone or a computer or a TV? Those are all things to be thankful for. Do you have a car, a house, family, food? Did you open your eyes this morning? Could you breathe? These are all things to be thankful for. And I mean, yes, we all have the big blessings, but it's the little things that we need to stop and take stock of, because the little things actually, in the long run, they do become the big things. We don't see it at the time that it is something to be thankful for. It's almost as though we're taking it for granted. And are you taking yourself for granted as well? There is kind of an aspect of that going on with these cards. When was the last time you thanked your body? I mean, yes, okay, so you may be in pain, so you may be tired, so, you may be this, that, and the next thing, but is it still working, essentially? Are you still kind of breathing? Are you still kind of functioning? And that is something to be thankful for. And a lot of people say, at the moment I'm going through an emotional turmoil, and be thankful that actually you can feel, because there are people out there that can't. There are people out there that have no empathy, no remorse, nothing like that. And I can't imagine being one of those people. So that, for me, that would be a blessing. So, lecture over, onto the second card. Movement. Again, we've got a lot of serenity here, but we know full well with the river that there's a lot going on underneath it. So it's saying, so we're going to have a little bit of a quieter week this week. There's going to be the odd rough bit. With a river, you do get the rapids and the white water and that sort of thing. But do you know what? In general, actually, this is time for us to stop and take stock of everything that is going on. So counting the blessings, being able to almost like sit there and observe. I mean, you don't have to ride the river. You can sit on the riverbank. You don't have to get as involved as perhaps you have been getting with things, with other people, with work, with things that are leaching your energy, things that are draining you effectively. And I always say that, I go to water for restoration. I go to water to restore myself. We're blessed to have a lot of holy wells and springs and things where we are in Cornwall. And I love going to the ancient sites and things like that, especially if there is a holy well involved. So to me, the river it's an emotional thing. Yes, there is a lot of turmoil underneath, but on the top, actually, you're kind of doing all right. You may think that you're not and you're taking 6 steps backwards, but actually this card is telling you, take the time out, sit on the riverbank rather than actually getting involved and getting into the river, because you don't need to. This isn't your battle. Okay, and here we go. There's a lot of serenity going on here. They're very, very serene cards, aren't they? Very, very calming cards. So, release. What is it that you're holding on to that no longer serves you? Autumn, obviously, we see the trees release, that we see them release their leaves. We see them reset and regroup for the winter. So, What is it that you need? I get the feeling there's a lot of emotion at the minute. And, you know, you can't make a rainbow without rain, which is water. There's the river there, water. So what is it emotionally that you need to release? You are probably very, very aware of it, but you are probably, if we're needing the card reading for it, you are probably ignoring it. You're trying to brush it under the carpet. You're thinking, do you know what? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But actually, this is the thing that you need to let go of. And it's probably not as big as you think. It's one of those things of, have you built it up? Have you built it up out of context? Are you making more of it than you need to? So take that step back, have that moment to stop and reflect and count your blessings and see what it is that you need to let go of, because there are some things there that aren't blessings and you need to take stock and be able to move away from those. Okay, guys, that's all I'm getting for this week. So have a good week. Remember to stop and breathe. For goodness sake, there's a lot of tranquility going on here, so we need to get to the point whereby we are feeling as tranquil as the cards tell us we need to be. So moving through it all, yes, there's a lot going on. That's what the movement card says. There is a lot going on, but it's all to do with release. And until we release the old, we can't step forward into the new. So we're almost at an impasse at the moment. And until we do the work and find the emotional release, we're not going to be able to step forward, and you're just going to get stuck. And that's going to be frustrating for everybody. So anyway, I hope that helps you this week. So if you need anything in the comments, just, pop a question in there and I will answer it as best I can. If I can't, somebody else that's linked into the account, they will be able to. Anyway, have a great week and bye for now.